Christian Alshon and Federico Staksrud going for 2 golds today. Alshon will start us off.
Here we go.
With first serve on his paddle over to Gabe Tardio. He plays the right side of the court. He's 19 years old, originally hailing from Bolivia. Plays a really aggressive style of play. Dave will explain that in a moment. First serve, first game upon us, best 3 out of 5. You'll see a lot of patience on the dink, and there's Gabe Tardio early on the right.
We're going to have a lot longer points today because the wind has calmed way down. Yesterday, people were chasing the ball all over the place. Here, they won't have to. They'll be more precise.
Big serve from Tardio. There he is again. Gabe Tardio shades to the right. Perfect position to get the ball down.
Yes, this is 3 of the 4 that played in the final last week in Cape Coral. Just switch out Gabe for Andre, Michelle. So we've seen this, and it did not go well for Fed and Alshon. We'll see if they can adjust.
Second serve.
And Gabe just is getting closer and closer to being passed. I hope I don't mess this up for Ben.
Right.
Just go be a monster.
Well, that was the emotional state in Mesa, to your point, for Gabe Tardio. They made it to the final there together. They fell short of that elusive gold, and Gabe feels like he has more confidence to his game this round.
Yes, and they're acting like 2 consecutive finals. What a disaster. I mean, they can win. It's amazing, the level of expectation here. Just misses the ATP there, my goodness. But you're going to see much better crafted points throughout this day, and you're seeing it here.
Tardio again, the clear target from the other side, and he's handling that target well.
If there's a ball up and you can put it down, hit it at the person closest to you. Great job by Gabe right there.
Point.
And Christian Alshon trying to create, he does not. And to point out the context of why the expectation for Ben Johns to win gold on the regular is upon us. He won 35 titles with his brother Colin. They owned the tour for many years. Ooh, just back for Gabe Tardio, but that partnership split this season because expectations fell short towards the end of 2024.
2-0-2.
That's why he's teaming up with Gabe Tardio. Expected to be a full season.
And the other thing we have going on here is there's 3 gentlemen on this court that think they're the best player in the world right now. The 2 in Salmon and Ben. Watch out.
Whoa! You warned us. And Ben delivered.
And Gabe has every right to push himself towards the top of that discussion. He just hasn't had consistent singles results to get in there.
Point. Timeout receiver, 5-0-2.
Timeout will be taken.
Hey, I'm Ben Johns, and I've got quick hands.
I'm Deckel Barr, and I like to hit hard.
I'm Anna Bright, and I like to speed it up.
I'm Colin Johns, and I have fast reflexes.
You might want these.
You know what? You're gonna need these.
You're gonna need these.
You're gonna need these. Actually, no, these are mine. Go get your own.
Still looking for that gold with Staksrud, who's trying for his 20th overall career title, has most of those in singles, but 5 in doubles for Staksrud.
5-0-2.
Struggle for Staksrud, though, has been historically against Ben Johns.
Nightmare start to this. They got run over in the final by Ben and Andre in Cape Coral, and this looks a lot like that. They got to change this.
Ooh, good dodge from Tardio. Strong call from Ben.
Yeah, and Ben has had a much different persona on court with Gabe, too. Much more engaged, much more. You've seen some growling from him, which is great to see.
Side out.
Just misses. He almost caught Alshon trying to help his partner a little too much. They got to get rid of that 0.
Second serve.
I mean, let's do the routine things routinely here first, boys, before anything. Bad miss on the third there.
The gift to Ben Johns and a quick hold. No points for Alshon and Staksrud. Ball back to Tardio and Johns for 2 serves.
And unlike the last 2 days, side is not going to be as big a factor. A little bit with the sun, but certainly not with the wind.
7-0-1.
There we go.
Second serve.
Fabulous move, and to hit that with the forehand is tough because it's coming. You're moving one way, the ball's moving away from you. Threads the needle. That's nice from Alshon.
Counter from Christian Alshon. Great anticipation. Saw the drive, put the paddle right on it.
Yes, and they were terrific driving and crashing yesterday, were Johns and Tardio. That was a big part of their march to the final.
Second serve.
That's just not your ball. Just get out of there. I know he likes to take more court as a right side player, but an inside out dink fading away. That's Fed's forehand.
Side out.
The desire is so strong for Christian Alshon. Yes. He has declared that he wanted to be the best for single division. Sometimes the moment slips away when you want it bad enough.
And it slipped way deep on the return right there.
8-0-1.
Best news for them, it's best 3 out of 5. We had a lot 2 up, 2 back yesterday because of the wind.
Oh. Second serve.
Nice connection for Gabe Tardio in his strike zone.
Yeah, Ben actually smiled at him there. This connectivity for these two has been very, very good here.
Nice counter from Alshon. Yeah, I think you're right. Ben recognizing the youth by his side, and it's no longer brother Colin where you don't have to communicate as much. You're always on the same page.
Why bother talking? I think you got to talk a lot to be a great team, and they're figuring this out.
What a gift from Staksrud. Denied to get back up to the kitchen.
I mean, great entertainment value, but these boys can't make the ball bounce. And again, there's just a slight wind across the court, so that is not an excuse here. They're just not sharp.
Oh, what a shot. He's there. Nope, into the net. And Ben Johns with a heads-up play. He knows Alshon hunting big in the kitchen.
You saw Alshon go behind Tardio on the last one, and now the favor is returned by Ben. That's great recognition. Didn't hit it hard, just hit it in the wide open spaces.
And Tardio comes flying through the middle on the poach.
I mean, I talked about this yesterday. Why have the algorithm that takes 15 dinks and all that. Row where they lose to Ben, where they're trying to say, I'm the best player, with two different partners for Ben. They're the #1 seeds coming into this, so they got run over. Like it wasn't close last time. So let's see some pushback. The good news is this isn't a football game where the first quarter is additive all the way through. If you get run over, so what? That thing is over.
Time in. 9-0-1. Second serve.
A little high on that third. Well aware of it.
9-0-2.
And Tardio and Johns are 2 points away from the pickle. Be an 11-0 scoreline. Wow. Feisty defense from Johns. Just missed it wide.
And even that reaction from
Yes.
Ben is fun, because it usually would have been stoic.
Yeah, I think it's raising his level with that emotional engagement.
Yeah,
and with the rising field, too.
Yes,
the
he has
parity
to.
is unmatched.
0-9-1.
And the fans will be drawn into that as well.
Second serve.
Too much on the serve. Alshon carrying the burden on his shoulders.
He's carrying, like, the entire downtown Dallas skyline right now.
0-9-2. Side out.
Off the tape, too. A missed third shot drive. And ball right back to Johns and Tardio.
7-second possession. Ugly. Wow, that one does go out, though, too. But you got to try and get the returns away from Ben's forehand, because then the youngster from Bolivia is on the prowl. Good job there. You see all the middle dinks, too, which they have not handled very well, because they have their choice of what dead dink they want to wreck.
They being Johns and
Yes.
Tardio.
10-0-2.
For sure. Game point, pickle point.
Side out.
His third, and Alshon and Staksrud will have a chance to hit the scoreboard and avoid the pickle here with 2 serves. Couple of dinks to the middle, and Alshon looking to use a little bit of offense off the tape.
Well, the ugly 0 is huge for confidence here. Just going, you don't want to see it, because that scoreboard's right there. You'll be looking at it the rest of the day.
Second serve. 1-10-2.
And that patented roll shot from Ben Johns on the backhand side is so deadly.
Game point.
Fed knows he has to drop that and make it bounce, and if it's in the air, you're just at his mercy. Wow.
Hit drive from Ben Johns to polish off the first. 11-1, and Tardio and Johns cooking early in Texas.
Ben's even running up to tap paddles. This dude is engaged today, and the scoreboard shows that they look fantastic.
When the world sleeps, greatness rises. And while others dream of the next level, we chase it. Challenging every limit, turning obstacles into stepping stones. Because the next level isn't just handed to you. It's earned. Go next level with 6-0 Pickleball.
His third win with 3 different partners, Michelle. That's impressive.
Wow, inside out of the air. A little more Fed-like on offense.
Yeah, they just need, how about a lead? How about 2 here? Just to
0-0-1.
look up and see they have a lead.
Point.
There you go. Yeah, this is where 3 out of 5 is a massive benefit to the top seed here.
Point.
A couple of unforced errors on the other side. And
there's your 2 already.
Off the hook for now.
2-0-1.
See if they can sustain it.
Second serve.
Just a little breeze across the court towards our referee from Fed's left to right.
Point.
Heavy serve from Staksrud. It's a missed return and a 3-0 start.
3-0-2. I'll recall.
That serve will be replayed.
3-0-2.
Staksrud lining up what he initiated.
Yeah, that's really good, understanding where that first counter from Gabe could go because he had the forehand ready. So that's the triangle. You hit the backhand at him and then have the forehand ready. It's a shot lots of players could use at every level of pickleball.
Side out.
Denied that time. Gabe Tardio wasn't going to get burned twice.
No, and the key there is that one goes straight down into the mulch.
0-4-1. Second serve.
And they can shake it and bake it that way too, with Gabe driving it in and John's crashing.
0-4-2.
Miscommunication, but it survives.
Ben hasn't let that ball go since the year 2004. What is happening there?
So how would you explain what causes that half-second of hesitation then?
4-0-1.
I think they're just figuring out the middle, and it's actually a good sign for trust of his partner. He just can't believe it happened. It's his forehand. It's a drive. They've been driving and crashing. There was just 1 second of hesitation.
4-0-2.
It won't happen again.
It's deep.
Side out.
Sean wanted that one. It's back.
Tried to yell it in. That doesn't work. I am going to watch if there's returns in the middle, though, because Gabe's confidence in what he is supposed to do is important here. Oh, my God.
Well, he talked about that confidence yesterday, Dave, and the wind kind of took him out of his confident style of play.
Yeah, he picked that up in the back half of the day once they got driving and crashing it, and that shot right there was just filth.
Point.
Lucky off the tape, another point for Tardio and Johns.
Yeah, and those middle dinks are just set everything up because they put them there and then they spread those guys out, and now they're making some bad choices. Staksrud and Alshon. That's in.
Wow.
That's not coming back, though.
Did not constitute. Didn't meet to the level.
With something.
Second serve.
He heard a cheer from Fed to Alshon with the shot, even though it still came back. I agree with no hinder being called on that, though.
Point.
He's trying. Tried to yell himself through to another one off the tape and wide.
Nothing like a let's go on a let court.
He's trying to make the dealer hit on 18 here.
Chance to tie here for Johns and Tardio on their second serve. It's good. Tardio ties it up.
Yeah, this is what's scary is this team is nowhere near the height of their powers, and all they've done is make 2 finals, Michelle.
Yeah, it's a really good point. And the disappointment for getting silver in their first outing. People were like, are they going to stick? Myself included last week asking Ben if he was going to try and go for Andre the rest of the season.
And that was an emphatic no, much like that forehand we saw right there. Yeah, and it's amazing how the narrative changes, and now they look fantastic and on the comeback trail.
The expectation is gold for Tardio and Johns. They're one step closer. Stay with us, Sid McKinney, for more.
Ever notice how seniors and health insurance commercials all look the same? Because all of these companies see us the same, but not Humana. They see me.
Humana.
The title is on the line in men's doubles. Ben Johns looking for his 150th career title across all 3 divisions. 1,000 points up for grabs, Dave. All players on the court right now fighting early in the season to advance to December's final. That's what the points mean context-wise. And at the Opens, they're worth 1,000 points. Points will be accumulated, and the top 16 finishing men will advance to the final in December. Ben Johns used to carrying the #1 seed and is not for this event. Looking to steal that title away from Staksrud and Alshon.
Right side back.
Side out.
They'll take that all day long. Just missed with a track down from Ben behind Gabe there.
4-5-1.
That's a play from Ben.
That's a tough shot for Alshon to make. He surprised him, but because he did that fading away, there was enough time to adjust the paddle by Johns there. Well done.
Oh, no.
Side out.
Happened there for Fed.
He was getting out of the way. We've all done it. And you throw your arm into what you think is an okay place here, Michelle, and it's the worst possible.
5-4-1.
He had no interest in touching that, but he did.
Second serve.
And if you've got the easy bake oven, you can shake and bake on your own. Just missed that one.
And mark it with a B.
Exactly.
Side out.
Steep.
So very brief possession there, and let's see if they can come back here after having the huge early lead.
Nice reach in from Gabe Tardio. Pulls it down the line, inside out on Fed. Hard ball to react to and a hard ball to read.
It's the read part of what you just said that's so special there. And he'll throw that whole young Bolivian body everywhere. Sometimes he dinks it, sometimes he sends it.
Point.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, especially when they're unwinding the stack on their side.
6-5-2.
Ben Johns and Gabe Tardio. Oh no, unlucky off the tape again. 2-point lead swings to Alshon and Staksrud.
They needed a pushback. They've gotten lots of support off the tape, but that's part of it. That's the margins.
Side out.
Yeah, Alshon just needs to just settle down and not force offense there, because that little
5-7-1.
flick backhand through the middle has no chance. Oh my gosh.
That one's tough.
Wow, again, another one where it was initiated up the line, and I mean, Ben destroys that. So the deferring here by both players, that's in.
You could tell Ben was sensing Gabe in the middle there too, which again points to a Colin John situation. He knows to just get out of the way, but that comes with time in a partnership.
And two players that love playing in the middle of the court.
Right.
Oops. So that's 3 times. One in the backcourt, one on a sitter, one on a dink. Boys, you've got to fix this. And if I'm Staksrud and Alshon, keep throwing it in the middle.
TP from Federico Staksrud, one of his favorite shots.
It is indeed. That one was a little easier to defend because it was kind of on the rise. Usually ATPs are low to the ground, but he got enough on it, and he is terrific at that. Whoops. Again, Alshon, he's pointing to himself, and he should. Staksrud's on that ball with ease, and then Alshon doesn't give up his court positioning.
8-6-2.
Must have game 2 here.
Definitely feels that way. Wow, Ben handles the pace twice. And Tardio bails himself out too.
Yeah, terrific defensive lob in the middle of that rally. Get yourself going.
6-8-1.
It's in.
Again.
It was troublesome on both sides, though that one was expected to go out.
Yeah, bad
for Alshon.
Wow.
Ooh.
Second serve.
Interesting way to end that point, the most dynamic point we've seen in this matchup.
Yeah, and still some chaotic moments in the middle on some of those dinks.
7-8-2.
Staksrud commanding the offense.
Yeah, just if they're going to be back, you have got to put pace and spin on it, and he did both there. That was terrific.
8-7-1. Point.
Alshon initiating on his side, makes it 9-7. They're 2 points away from taking the second, what you deem a must-win situation For the boys in that salmon color on the other side, Gabe Tardio and Ben Johns will take their lone timeout of game 2. Keep it right here in McKinney, Texas. We're just getting started.
Make it to the game, it takes dedication and training. To stay in the game, it takes grit and stamina. To win the game, it takes strategy and skill. You keep focus on your approach, drop, and champion shots, and we'll help you stay focused on your strength, flexibility, speed, and downtime. Having a sports medicine partner in your court is key to helping you make it to the game, stay in the game, and win the game. Select Medical is proud to be the exclusive provider of physical therapy of the PPA Tour.
No.
Welcome you back to the action, and here's the context for the 1,000 points up for grabs here in McKinney, Texas. The race to the final begins in March. All 4 players on the court, currently in the top 6. But Dave, why don't you explain what the significance is to break into the top 16?
Yeah, you don't just get to show up at the finals, Michelle. You have to earn your way there. You don't want to fall too far behind early. These 4 players have gotten off to a roaring start in 2025. And are in a great spot. When we show some of these for singles and mixed doubles, there's only 8 spots available. So that is a big difference, and you got to press the pace with that for sure.
And the higher you seed, the more likely you get to pick your partner to who you like to play most with.
Yeah, because the way those teams are made is we start with the person with the most points, pick anyone who qualified, and then the next. So not only that, but the prestige of winning that one, too, at the end, too.
Nice response from Ben Johns and Gabe Tardio out of the timeout. What would you like to see here on their serves and thirds with their targets?
Just communicate, Ben, find a forehand, and send Mr. Tardio forward.
Whoa. Just happened to get his paddle to the right place at the right time.
So he's sitting forehand, and he had to tuck and adjust and then just punch it down. That was
timeout receiver, 891.
Wow, that's a
free
quick
challenge, 45 seconds.
This is using the new rule, which I love, is you can, if you haven't used your free challenge, turn that into a 45-second timeout. That's what they've done here. That's a quick stop there. Like, okay, I mean, you don't get to take it home, so, but how good a shot Ben just hit, because Fed completely fooled him. Fed didn't pull it just a little, maybe we're talking 3 inches, then Ben couldn't have adjusted the paddle there, and those are the margins here. And this is shaping up to be a very important possession, because you don't know how many more Staksrud and Alshon are going to have. They may not have any.
Right.
So got to hit a good return here.
15 seconds.
Alshon was not going to let that run away from him, so I understand that. Like, okay, this is go time now.
Yeah, I think that points to the significance, as you stated, for Alshon and Staksrud to call it there to stop the run. They know how quickly these two can climb back in. Finesse touch from Staksrud almost created a scramble, but instead Tardio and Johns tied at 9.
Certainly created some gasp in the crowd.
Nice counter, Alshon, and it lined up to the open corner.
Yeah, Johns and Tardio got exactly what they wanted, except that last result from Alshon. That was fantastic.
And Fed pulls it again out of the air down the line, looking Ben Johns-esque.
Yes, and Tardio took a drive away from Ben there. That's just the little moments that have got to be cleaned up for this team.
Ooh, Fed read it and missed it.
He's smiling on his way back because he was all over it. In fact, he was 2 on it. Overswung.
Point.
Heavy rip from Christian Alshon on the third shot drive as Gabe Tardio scampered to the right side of the court. Unwinding the stack is a challenge for that reason. Game point for Alshon and Staksrud. Heavy drive again through the middle. It's denied. 1 game point saved by Tardio and Johns.
Just a little too high on that drive. The one before it from Alshon was much lower to the net, which made the volley so much more difficult.
Oh, Penn got away with one. Penn hitting an out ball. Second serve now. Second try to tie it at 10.
9-10-2.
Now Federico Staksrud playing out of his mind.
Yeah, way too high on the third shot drive there from Tardio, and they pounced on it.
Game point number 2. Oh my, that's just mean.
That's the third ball that Alshon has left off of Ben's paddle, and they've all landed in the same spot, an inch in.
Sitter, Tardio answers back.
And Staksrud got confused and was thinking about letting that go. The wind's not up today, boys.
3 game point saves by Tardio and Johns. 2 service chances to tie it at 10.
And point deep. Oh, okay, there.
9-10-2.
What an overturn, though.
Oh, Christian Alshon going for too much.
That has betrayed him multiple times in this match and cannot happen right there.
10-10-2. Side out.
Pressure from Federico Staksrud, at least for Tardio and Johns. They're off that 9, so they don't have to unwind here on the stack.
10-10-1.
And he hit it with a backhand running to his right, so you have to get that long teenage arm back across your body and pounce on that. That's fantastic from Gabe.
Ooh, fumble dink into the net.
And it's clear they have a game plan, which Gabe understands. If I'm in trouble, throw the dink in the middle, and then we're okay. And that's important for him, just to have a target.
10-10-1.
So really well done, well diagnosed by Ben and perhaps Jesse Irvin.
Unrelenting offense from Staksrud. I thought Ben had a ball he could attack there midway through. Decided to keep it safe.
10-10-2.
It's another forehand.
off the tape and into the face area of Gabe Tardio.
That ball's going to be way out, too, but Alshon keeps going to that and is fortunate. I'm glad Gabe's okay, because that's the scary one where you don't expect a ball anywhere near there, and the tape puts it there. So he's okay, thankfully.
It's out.
Point.
Game point number 4 for Alshon and Staksrud.
11-10-1.
Oh, a quick pull from Staksrud.
So their pulls from the middle have been very, very low percentage here.
Game point number 5.
Oh, my.
Missed return from Gabe Tardio, and game 2 goes on the other side. Alshon and Staksrud looking to protect that #1 seed. A dramatic game 3 coming your way next. This match targeting Staksrud a little bit more on the dinks. We'll be curious to know why he's seeing more balls than Alshon would be at the kitchen. Game 3.
Point.
They fear the forehand of Alshon over there, so they're only going to put it over there if they put one in the middle and they're sure that they can bounce it.
It's deep.
Right out.
So we're just going to keep an eye on Gabe. Does he play with the same, aggressiveness he needs to?
Dishing it right back to Alshon is Gabe Tardio. But how does that role shift on the right compared to like when Gabe plays with Andre or a different men's doubles partner? Does that mentality shift at all based on who you're with?
It can. It certainly can. I'll answer that more after this. See, like that's one, and I actually talked to Ben about that. He hasn't seen somebody speed up that ball to his right ever.
Yeah.
Literally. And this is fabulous for him. Oh, look at that. Look at that offense off the bounce there.
Second serve.
So it's just a matter of, that's why I said 2 finals in a row, and they have mountains of positioning things to continue to work through. They're going to be just absolute terrors later in the year.
Well, to your point, I mean, how many years since 2020 has been used to one style of play to his right every time?
And you saw that time Ben just literally said, you take that on a backhand instead of him taking a forehand, and that keeps their positioning solid if there's a defensive play. So those work just fine.
Point.
Ben was very displeased with his returns yesterday and got a note from the teacher about his language. So.
Point.
Deep for Gabe Tardio.
Three, 2-2.
Clean winner for Alshon on the counter through the middle.
Yeah, he's a little off the line, but sitting up a bit and just destroyed.
Side out.
Set up to clean up. Ben Johns gets the ball down better than anyone. Side out.
Yeah, just paddle out in front, so easy.
2-4-1.
That's not easy, but he makes it look so easy because it came back pretty darn fast on the good counter.
Right. He's so measured in his geometrical understanding, I guess, of the court. He knows where the ball's coming back, so he positions himself perfectly for the next ball.
3-4-1.
Yeah, it's not fair that he knows where you're going to hit it before you hit it.
That's a nice pull from Ben Johns, showing the boys how it's done.
Yeah, new tricks, keeps working on the two-handed backhand. And offense off the bounce there instead of just rolling across court is huge. And even the pterodactyl couldn't get the wing out to reach that one.
Timeout receiver, 5-4-1.
Interesting. So with the new rule change, that's enables you to...
Needs that mentorship.
100%.
Jesse's been that piece of stability for him, emotionally speaking. She was out here early warming up with him on center courts
because
ahead
you know
of this
Ben's
match.
not going to be here early to warm up.
Oh, no.
Golly, guys.
Through the middle, Christian Alshon gets involved in the play.
And not full send like he did earlier in the match. Found a target, made Ben guess, and then cleaned up the second one. Much better from Alshon right there.
Whoa, Gabe can party too down the middle.
So Ben pulls him out wide, which leaves the middle open, and Gabe has the knowledge to go, ooh, I have an opening where I don't just have to throw a dead dink in there. I can go for it. Well done.
Side out.
That needs to be Ben's ball, too. Again, it's an opportunity loss.
4-6-1.
Just comes down.
Uh-oh.
Jeez.
Second serve.
Still fighting for balls in the middle.
Ben's face was in the swing path there.
4-6-2.
Oh, boy.
Ben is not happy that Alshon screamed in the middle of this.
Oh, counter back to the corner on the ATP from Gabe Tardio.
That's terrific. Earlier we had a similar one where the ATP was on the air, and this is... So Mark is warning him for exactly what Ben was upset about. Alshon's been cheering in the middle of points, and it goes off the tape and stays in the rally, and you can't do that.
Second serve. Six, 4-2. Side out.
So after the incident, ugly discussion and ugly possession.
4-6-1.
Mark Thomas isn't going to take any.
Second
And
serve.
that was a big opportunity lost with the ball for Tardio and Johns because they run a little hot, and bad things sometimes happen from that heat.
Point.
And there's another missed return. That's been off for Ben here all week.
5-6-2. Point.
Great defense from Christian Alshon, weaponizing the speed up against him.
Yeah, because Ben had a ball that bounced up quite a bit. I agree with the choice. Just Alshon was better.
Point.
And Staksrud showing Alshon what's coming his way in singles later there
exactly.
with a beautiful forehand.
I would assume you'd rather start out playing alongside each other before
100%.
heading into the men's singles final.
They asked for it when I interviewed them last night. They said, we sure hope it isn't in that order so we don't have one of us being happy and one not. So they got their wish.
Side out.
Just short for Christian Alshon on the around the post attempt. How about the athleticism, though, on their side?
6-8-1.
Christian Alshon, a specimen in that category.
Yes, and that was kind of a layup ATP, so tough miss.
Second serve.
And this is where Ben's brain, I'm sure, is calculating. I love when we play fast. I'd sure like him to make some of those, but it's going to be part of it.
Tardio quick on the counter. Ben John scampering forward, the break off the tape.
7-8-2.
Ooh, just back. Is he going to challenge it? He can.
Referee
And he
timeout. We have a
will.
challenge of the out called. Out call puts us
That
at
was
8-7-1.
one of those. I
We'll now
feel
proceed
like
to
I
video.
hit it well from Ben. I think it's deep, Michelle, from what I saw from ball. Now that we have that, it'll be, guess what? This ball is out.
Ooh, it's deep for Alshon.
No, players inside their souls still think they made that, no matter what the computer said.
8-7-2.
Staksrud pouncing forward with offense, and boy, was he an X factor in game two, especially when he ticked up the offense, put Johns and Tardio on their heels a bit.
And he's done that with the forehand drives here, and I like that he's taken them. Wow.
Oh!
That's in.
My. Who does that? Oh, burned the other way. Federico Staksrud charges to the kitchen and gets it done.
And screams at everyone in the front low, you're in the splash zone, baby, with him.
Game point.
Look out.
Game point.
Gabe, coming to you.
For Staksrud and Alshon.
10-7-2. Point game.
Deep on the return for Tardio. Now times have changed in this championship match. Alshon and Staksrud stand one game away from a title.
And 2 games in a row where a missed Gabe Tardio return ended it. That's on the kid's head right now.
Yes, it is. We'll see how that affects the young Gabe Tardio in game 4. Alshon and Staksrud could claim the title next.
I brought in Ensure Max Protein with 30 grams of protein. Those who tried me felt more energy in just 2 weeks. Here, I'll take that.
Ensure Max Protein. 30 grams protein, 1 gram sugar, and a protein blend to feed muscles up to 7 hours.
Storm closing. We gotta rotate.
Another iconic championship Sunday on the Carvana PPA Tour in men's doubles. Federico Staksrud and Christian Alshon seem to be in trouble in game 2. We were thinking maybe it could be a sweep situation on the side of Ben Johnson, Gabe Tardio, but oh no. Stormed back to take the second and then the third. So now Ben Johnson, Gabe Tardio vulnerable as they were in Mesa trying to win their first title together as a team. This is a new partnership this season. Ben Johns has expectations of winning gold on a regular basis. Let's see how they fare here in game 4. Big speed up from Alshon. Well deep.
I love that he said, my fault. Well, how on earth would that have been Fed's fault?
1-0-2. Side out.
Well, Staksrud shaking his head at the youngster who got a smile back from him. So I think he knows that Gabe's trying to figure out his partnership here. So put a little extra for him to think about.
A lot of it, too, is role recognition, right?
Yeah.
Because if I'm in Gabe Tardio's shoes, I'm like, okay, I know I need to continue to bring my offense, but then I can't take more of the balls in the middle, which is part of my style of creating offense.
And that's why some players were like, this partnership's going to potentially have some issues, and we've seen them crop up here in this match. Again, 2 finals in a row. They are going to get this figured out. It just might not be today.
Well, and the speculation surrounding it, too, how does that, weigh on a player like Gabe Tardio? How does he block out the noise if this doesn't end in their favor?
What a lob, that's way in.
And demolished from Christian Alshon. Wow, what a play from Staksrud. Hadn't done it the entire match.
Exactly. To have that in the quiver that long, like just sitting there and then pulls it out right there, that was beautiful.
Oh, tagged him.
Second serve.
And it stinks when it's your partner's fault that you're going to wear one and see it in the shower and go, Staksrud! Tried to sneaky inside out there, and he just got demolished right into Alshon.
Side out.
So Ben's gone there 3 times. Twice it was an easy winner. Alshon sat on one, so that's a good move from Ben to adjust positioning of your opponent.
Tardio was hunting on the drive from Ben.
That's what they want, though. Just miss making it.
1-3-2. Point.
And they've played so clean after game 1.5, too, Michelle, that Alshon and
2-3-2.
Staksrud, we haven't seen a ball like that in 35, 40 minutes of play.
Side out.
It's so shallow. It's in the kitchenette there that you can't make that. You have to hit up on it. I mean, the athleticism's fantastic, but the precision of the ball by Staksrud is just too good.
Oh,
second serve.
Again. How many times?
Alshon just keeps, it's like the Matador with the bull coming at him. Like,
3-2-2.
What are you doing, dude?
Side out.
Too much. Tardio and Johns coming straight ahead at Alshon and Staksrud. This match already lasting an hour and 15 minutes on court.
Oh my gosh. Shank-a-potamus winner.
And he'll take it.
Oh, yeah, another disaster in the middle there on the ball before it, and he just stuck his paddle out.
Sorry about that, and I'll make up for it.
Yes. Oh, it turns into 2. And
Timeout receiver, 4-3-1.
Alshon has that influence from the Waters with Lee being his coach in Annalise. They go to that timeout quickly if there's 1 or 2, and that's what happened right here.
We'll see what Lee Waters has for Christian Alshon at this quick timeout.
No ego there, because, you know, you think she's not my coach. Whatever she says, you know, there's 0 of that, so he is appreciative.
Oh my, no. A major out ball. Oh, and out, and thank goodness if you're Gabe Tardio for getting away with that one.
Ben was stunned like somebody that didn't know it was their 50th birthday party. Wow.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, and that went off his paddle and into the hat.
5-3-2.
Line drive and a beauty for Gabe Tardio. Lined it up on the backhand, pulls it down the line.
It's incredible how many winners have landed in that have been let go here.
Side out.
That was interesting. That checked up, and it didn't end up in the strike zone that Ben expected there, and couldn't adjust his swing path. Different spot, and Alshon was ready. Oh, no.
Point.
Happened there. He never misses those.
Get another one back. You never know what's going to happen. Every level of pickleball. Two amazing saves from Tardio.
Trouble in the middle. And you can see the body language shifting for Gabe Tardio.
Yeah, you just don't want to be a player that's playing with just any sort of doubt of should I or shouldn't I do something.
Alshon and Staksrud tie it up at 6. Could be a clinching game scenario.
6-6-1. Second serve.
And their synergy is top-notch for Alshon and Staksrud working together as a well-oiled machine.
6-6-2.
And that machine was leaking oil all over Cape Coral, so great job here coming back.
Ball was out, side out.
They will challenge the out call of Gabe Tardio live. I thought I saw it a bit wide.
6-6-1.
With the trophy presentation,
Yes,
of course.
of course.
See if they can get there.
Point.
Steep, big drive from Tardio, looking to force this to a 5th deciding game situation.
7-6-1. Second serve.
I mean, he's going for it.
7-6-2.
Just not, they've been very clear about where not to put the ball unless he is pulled out off the bounce by Ben. I mean, the pterodactyl wing will get that with absolute ease. That's a great ball by Alshon not to overhit it because he's not seen a ball there all match.
Ben pulls it. It's wide.
Point.
Yeah, again, has the depth perfectly dialed in, but just pulled it, and that's not a ball that's being pulled by the wind today, whereas yesterday that would have gone a foot wide.
Second serve.
Alshon says he likes it because he's tried it 7 times. Gabe missed one. Ben just missed one. Boys, the
7-7-2.
percentages on the forehand speed-offs off the bounce are very low today.
Side out.
Just wait till you see Annalie Waters go to work in mixed doubles attacking off the bounce.
Yes.
One of the few players that has the highest
7-7-1.
margins on those shots, despite what the odds would suggest. Nice. Tardio gets the crowd of McKinney on their feet.
And that nod of approval.
Yes.
It's like a child that brings the homework assignment home to dad here. And he's just,
8-7-1.
Dad, look what I did.
Point.
And there's the, I need to attack this, maybe not, maybe I shouldn't, clunker into the net. And there's the Alshon towel timeout. Just extra little something. I love it.
9-7-1.
Right side Ben, he tracks it down. Tardio couldn't get the reset to follow.
That's unbelievable counter of the shake and bake there, because that would have gotten an eruption
9-7-2.
out of the crowd and a game point.
Point.
Wow. Tardio and Johns earn game point in game 4.
10-7-2.
Oh, Ben Johns picks apart Alshon on the grand finale to a 5th deciding game. We go on a championship Sunday.
This just feels like it had to go 5 once the Alshon Staksrud team righted the ship. This is fantastic.
Alshon and Staksrud looking for revenge from last weekend's loss in the final.
Here, because he is trying to jump on a moving train here, and he's getting it figured out.
Game 5 upon us now, and a title will be claimed at the conclusion of this one.
Who is going to be the one?
Money would be on Alshon, though he missed the dink to keep that play going.
Yeah, the difference on these two teams is he will get the footwork to hit a forehand. Gabe's happy to roll a two-handed backhand from a dink in the middle. So the footwork not quite right there.
Second serve.
That's one where Gabe's just so surprised by that choice.
0-0-2.
So what a crafty shot through the middle.
Side out.
He's saying so good, and he's the one that hit the last shot. Okay, self
0-0-1.
love there. That's fine.
Staksrud and Alshon will open up the scoring in game 5.
And some awkward spots where they hit those jammed up and up
1-0-1.
around the shoulder. That's impressive.
Staksrud commanding the pace.
So Alshon pokes it through the middle, and this time Alshon's ready as
2-0-1.
Ben couldn't quite come up with a better counter.
HTP denied off the post.
Yes, that's the dreaded HTP with authority. Post is like, get that out of here, man. That's 2 ATPs that Alshon has missed here today.
Oh, had it for the taking.
Staksrud earned the ball up, and Ben was in big trouble. Just threw it again. Just make him hit one more, Michelle.
0-2-1.
Through the middle it goes. A fearless touch from Gabe Tardio, who's in much need of some extra confidence.
And Alshon's asking Lee Waters, was that my ball? And I think her answer to that is yes. But the roll out wide, you have to move your feet to get back because Staksrud has to cover line there.
And that middle troublesome causing a half second of hesitation when you have Gabe shuffling over, and then the next ball, the other team is identifying the vulnerability just as quick.
1-2-2.
Oh, they see it. Yeah, and they pounced on it as well they should. Boy, some awkward, a very like I'm in the marching band stop there to put the first one down. Let's see that.
2-1-1.
Boom. Okay. Love that Staksrud took that on the rise to get his team in for sure. You see Ben and Federico sitting on a ball out of the air and then adjust their paddle to hit a ball off the bounce.
Second serve.
You can see why the middle has been a problem for Gabe and Ben, how heavy Gabe pinches to that middle.
I mean, that's what he's used to, so there's probably
2-1-2.
6 inches of adjustment that needs to happen here.
Oh, hands battle lost by Johns and Tardio.
And it is so difficult, Michelle, when it's coming through your opponent from your partner's paddle to be ready. That's why this is the best of the best right here.
Little gust of wind coming through. No way. And world-class defense.
Repeat the no way on the last one. Wow.
Just a preview of what's to come in men's singles. Alshon and Staksrud, two of the best coverers of the court. Didn't work out that time. Johns had to throw just about everything Alshon's way to finally get it down.
Yeah, usually it's the person not participating in the men's doubles that's hoping it goes 5. But in this case, the wear and tear is equal, so it doesn't matter.
They've got ample time to rest.
2-3-1.
Gabe claim another point.
And they keep the feet pristine there, too.
Ben Johns, oh my! Defends the line and then gets burned on the lob.
Just a slight breeze held that up there, Michelle. Unreal, because Ben hit the exact shot he wanted. And those are the margins here, man. Just miss hit perfectly.
2-3-2.
2-3-2. Chance to tie it. Inside out of the air. Staksrud with no room to go anywhere.
Yeah, and catching it behind the back while very athletic is not going to help your scoreboard at all there. That's a great shot from Gabe. And Gabe has been very patient, making balls right side player so far here in game 5 till a ball that's perfect to attack like that one came up. So we'll keep an eye on his aggressiveness.
ATP, Ben Johns curls it around the post for another point and a 1-point lead.
And his ability to recognize that earlier, and he just lets that ball travel around there. It's so good.
Tardio hunting, there's the aggressiveness.
Matters.
3-5-1. Second serve.
And great return by Ben. He's been fussy with himself about that. That's clutch.
3-5-2.
Through the middle, what a play from Staksrud. Perfect read of the play.
And if you always sit on the ball out of the air, you won't miss an opportunity, Michelle. So if you're looking for it, it's like a batter sitting on the fastball and adjusting to the changeup.
Oh boy.
That's in. No way.
They're like a cockroach that won't tie on defense. Unbelievable. Finally, an end to the rally off a dink.
Yeah, you have to figure out how much court do you want to take after exerting all that defensive energy, and Perfect off speed from Ben.
Point.
And a missed return. The race to 6 ends there on the end chain. 5.
Point.
Big drive from Ben Johns on the 3rd exploits Christian Alshon. Things getting tight on their side.
And great job, Gabe. Just bail and go forward, man.
It's just barely out. 8-4. Tardio and Johns need 3 points to take the match.
8-4-1.
Oh boy.
Still get in though.
Whoa, works out that time. But if you're Ben, how do you communicate to Gabe with the middle balls?
Right at this point, it's too late. Ben gets an assist on having all of the conversation, so he doesn't have to carry it, is not a small thing.
9-4-1.
Ben Johns still the first server on their side, too. That's deep.
Point.
Federico Staksrud pressing. Championship point for Gabe Tardio and Ben Johns.
Match point. 10-4-1.
Gabe Tardio puts the finishing touch on the match. A dynasty in the making. Ben Johns and Gabe Tardio embrace for their first title together as a team.
What a perfect way to walk that off to show that we've got the synergy, baby. CIBC Texas Open presented by Fasenra in just their 2nd tournament together. Ben Johns and Gabe Tardio are gold medalists here in Texas. And the winners are standing by with Michelle McMahon.
Dave, thanks so much. Not only is it their first title as a team, but it is Ben Johns' 150th career title. And you did it in Texas, and you did it in men's doubles. It was only a matter of time before you found your rhythm here with Gabe. How satisfying was this win for you, Ben?
Yeah, no, for sure. It was a battle this week. Yesterday we had probably three game matches, and then this one went to 5. So you know, it's really great to know that you got a partner by you that'll stick through in the tough matches and really ball out in that last game. So I think we really finished strong, and yeah, thanks to Gabe for really pulling through there.
Well, Gabe, we turn to you next. It's a lot of pressure to sit in this situation, a lot of eyeballs on you, and you get your first gold with Ben Johns. How relieved are you to be sitting in the winner's circle here with this guy?
Yeah, very relieved. I think this is, you know, my first gold for the beginning of the year, but I also had like 3 silvers, you know, and I hate silvers. So yeah, just super relieved to finally win gold with this guy, and thank you to all the crowd. Like I remember.
Awesome stuff. Yeah, the atmosphere in here, world class. And without further ado, let's get the hardware in their hands. PPA Tournament Director Jake Weinbach is here on behalf of our title sponsor, CIBC. Jake.
Thank you, Mish. Wow. I mean, what a way to kick off Championship Sunday here in Texas, huh? I mean, you two were on the brink of elimination throughout the week, but your composure and your resiliency all week long truly shows why you are champions. So congratulations to you both. On behalf of the Carvana PPA Tour and our title sponsor, CIBC, it's my honor to present you both with the championship trophy. Congratulations, gentlemen.
Dynasty in the making.
Just a phenomenal effort here from these two, and the smiles are as real as you would ever see. Relief, joy and look out to the rest of the field, because this team is going to get better and better, and all they did in match number 2 is win gold. It took 5 games of phenomenal pickleball, but in the end, it's Ben Johns and